less than 1 minute actually. Alrighty, it's 4:30. Welcome, guys, to the third episode of the Ramblin podcast.
Yep, episode 3. Yep. Today we're going to be talking about the offense breakdown. Last week's episode we talked about defense. This week we got offense. Yep. So we're excited.
Do you want to just introduce the?
Yeah. So this is the new studio.
Yeah, I got a little bit of some decorations. Want to give a shout out to CSU Gale for giving us some of these things, like the little posters, the Sorry Utes, the WAC champ, and the pennant, the 2 pennants over here. Really appreciate
got
it.
A holiday bowl pennant up there.
We really appreciate all the stuff that she gave to us. It was awesome. So.
Yeah. Let's dive in here. We're gonna start with the full offense breakdown. What position group do you want to start with? You want to go?
Let's start with the backfield first, and then let's move our way up to the front field.
Yeah, let's start with the running backs. I think we're going to see a little bit of a workload through 3 different guys. Let's start with Justin Marshall. Changed his number from 29 to 20 this year. That's going to trip a bunch of people up, I'm pretty sure. It's going to definitely trip me up.
It tripped me up, too. Yeah. When you told me that Justin Marshall was wearing number 20, I was so confused. I was like,
yeah, me too. I was expecting him to wear 29 again this year. Justin Marshall gives you a little bit of that explosiveness. He's had some durability issues over the last couple of years.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. So
was it a lot of like leg injuries or like?
Yeah, kind of a little bit of a mixture of everything. I feel like he's had back problems, he's had leg problems, you know. Yeah, so as long as he can stay healthy, I know he's going to get quite a bit of touches this year. Obviously, the other guy to look out for is Jalen Dupree. I know a lot of people are expecting a breakout season from Jalen.
I am too, honestly. I think Jalen's a pretty solid player. We didn't get to see too much of Jalen last season, I'm pretty sure. I think he played he played maybe a couple games, and he only got a couple snaps.
Yep, I know Air Force game and Wyoming game were his 2 biggest games, I feel like.
Yeah.
Also had a few carries in the New Mexico game, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, but he did.
He's definitely more of the power back. I'm excited about him being more of the bruiser. He's the thunder to Justin's lightning, I feel like.
Yeah, I agree.
How many carries do you expect out of the running backs this year?
I'm curious how Jay's going to run this offense, honestly. I think Justin's definitely going to get like way more touches than Jalen is. But I think it depends on the team that we're playing.
Right.
I think it all depends on who we're playing, in my opinion, and I don't know. Justin's the speed back. Justin's quick, super quick. I'm not saying Jalen
quick, elusive, agile.
Yeah.
I feel like Dupree has that breakaway speed. And when he gets out in space, it's hard to tackle him, but he doesn't have that agility and elusiveness that Justin has.
Yeah, that's true. I do agree. I think Jalen Dupree is a great big back. I think what Jay might do is have Jalen run the goal line offense possibly, and have him in the backfield during short downs and just power to get first downs or to get into the end zone or something, and then have Justin run the rest of the way pretty much.
Yeah, and I feel like that third back to add to that mix is Lloyd Avant, transfer from Tulsa. And he's the guy I'm really excited about. I think Lloyd Avant has also that explosive quickness to him, but he's going to be a weapon in the kick return and punt return game. I expect him to be our returner. He was Tulsa's starting kick returner a year ago. And if I remember correctly, he had 2 kick return touchdowns for Tulsa last year. So I'm excited about him for that.
Nice.
I expect us to sprinkle in a few carries a game for Lloyd, but he'll definitely be more of that special teams weapon. Jay was very excited to talk about Lloyd Avant at the Mountain West Media Days this year. So I'm interested to see how many times he actually gets the ball this year. And if he does, I feel like we have 3 very different types of running backs, but I'm very excited about all 3 of them.
Who do you think is our passing back? Like who's the best?
I think Lloyd Avant has the most experience doing that, but I think Justin Marshall is more than capable of doing that kind of stuff too.
Yeah, I think having Justin in the backfield, doing wheel routes and short little pass, I think will be really good doing screen passes. Yeah, because his elusiveness and his speed is just unmatched.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm expecting halfback slip screens. I'm expecting some halfback swing passes.
Yeah,
I think when Dupree's in the game, you're seeing more of the pass protection. You're seeing those inside handoffs, those outside zone handoffs.
Right.
Yeah, Dupree's a thumper. Like I said, he's kind of the thunder to Justin Marshall's lightning, and I think you see a little bit of lightning out of Lloyd Avant as well.
Definitely.
And then like let's not forget about a guy like Keegan Hollis. He won't play as much as the other guys, but he's had a really good fall camp. I believe he had a season-ending injury about, was it week 4 of last year? I know he had some minor injuries holding him back. It might have not been a major injury, but we saw him, I remember, in the first 4 weeks of last season.
Yeah.
And he looked explosive. Like, Keegan's a guy that, if it weren't a really crowded running back room, he's more than capable of being the number 2 running back on most teams.
Because we have a lot of running backs. We have like
we do.
4 or 5 or something like that.
Yeah, we have, it might even be 6. We have a freshman. His name's Javion Kennard. He's an explosive guy. Expect him to redshirt this year. Yeah. He's a guy I'm really excited about. I mean, he was one of the top recruits in this last year's recruiting class. I believe he's wearing number 24. He's about 5'9", 180, really fast, like lightning quick. I believe he clocked in at like a 4.35 in high school.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's a very fast player.
Oh, he's got some wheels on him, dude. Oh, my goodness.
So I expect him to be that 5th running back. It was going to be Van Shield, unfortunately, and we love Van Shield, but he had to retire due to, I think maybe concussions, a few different minor injuries. But yeah, it's sad that we don't get Van Shield on the roster this year.
It's really sad. Yeah, I remember watching Van when a couple years ago when he was at CSU, and man, that man was quick and he can just run people over, dude. He was like it was like a Derrick Henry almost.
White Derrick Henry.
White Derrick Henry.
Yeah, so that's really the backfield this year. We can transition to the wide receivers. You want to talk about wide receivers?
Yeah, sure. Who do you want to start out?
Yeah, we could talk about the guys that I expect to get the most reps early in the season. Let's talk about Jordan Ross, Armani Winfield, Tommy Maher, and Taylor Neer. I feel like are the 4 guys that will be starting week 1.
Yeah.
I expect a little bit of Levon Brown in there too. A guy that actually I saw has been very productive in the last 2 scrimmages is P.D. Tucker. He's a transfer from Georgia State. He'll be wearing number 5 this year.
Nice.
Not the most productive player at Georgia State, but he's made some insane catches in the scrimmages, and he's been balling out in camp.
Yeah.
So I think he's kind of the dark horse in that room. And then, of course, Kojo Antwi. There's been some news that he's about 90% healthy. I know in an interview by Justin Michael, he said he was about 80%. So anywhere from that 80% to 90%. I don't expect him to play week 1, but what are you expecting out of Kojo after he gets healthy?
I think Kojo, like I said, I think I said this on the first episode. I think it all depends on Braden. But I think Kojo has the skills. He was a former 4-star recruit out of high school. He played, unfortunately didn't really get to play too much at Ohio State. I think wasn't he like a kick returner?
Yes, he was a return specialist for Ohio State.
So there's not a lot of highlights of him in college. But I think the dude has the speed, and I think he has that.
He's a burner.
Too. He is a burner.
Yeah,
he's got some legs on him.
They asked him what he brings to the offense, and he's like, just my speed, my work ethic. I don't know for certain if he's a route technician like a Jordan Ross or a Tommy Maher, but because of his physical tools, he can get away with a lot of things. And his speed in the Mountain West, I'm very interested to see how he matches up with a lot of the Mountain West corners.
Who do you think our fastest receiver is? Do you think it's Kojo, or is it?
You know what? I think a race between him and Jordan Ross would be electric. Yeah,
I know, because you said he was. Did you ever see what his 40 time was? I think it was like.
He's a 4.4 guy. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Jordan Ross is around there. I think if you asked Jordan Ross, he would tell you he's a 4.3 guy.
Yeah.
So I think it could be anywhere in there.
When we're at one of the games, I think we gotta be like, hey, yo. Jordan, bro, you and Kojo, who's faster?
Right. Either of them would just say that they're the faster guy. That's what you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And then so those are kind of the main guys. Those are really the 6 guys in the receiver room I expect the most out of. I think that the tight end room is the most intriguing. Obviously, we talked about episode 1, both Rocky Beers and Jackson Warren.
Curious how we're gonna split the backfield on that one. Do you think Jay? I think Jay might use both of them, and I think they're gonna get even.
They're gonna get even reps. I think you might even see 2 tight end sets out there. Even a guy like Carlos Anaya, who is that 3rd tight end, he might even play a little bit too. But yeah, definitely the headliners are Warren, Rocky Beers. In today's scrimmage, Jackson Warren apparently had a 70-yard receiving touchdown from BFN.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow,
from a tight end, a 70-yarder from a my gosh. I mean,
bro, I was gonna say he's running 70 yards. I'm curious what the route was. I don't know if was it like a. Do you know what the route was?
No, there's
like a straight D ball.
There's no video. There's no video of it. Hopefully someone releases that.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
Yeah, I mean he's 6'8", 230, scoring a 70-yard touchdown. That's impressive.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I honestly, if he's burning linebackers and burning safeties and getting like deep balls like that, and he's running that fast, that'd be very impressive.
Right. I also would like to know if it was against the second team defense or the first team defense.
Yeah, I'm curious. That's definitely something.
Yeah, because I'd hope our first team defensive backs didn't give that up, because it had to have been a busted coverage of some sort.
Just thinking about Jay, I'm thinking it was probably like a crossing route.
Right.
Over the middle.
Like a tight end crossing route.
If Rocky Beers or Jackson were running up doing straight Hail Marys.
But you know what? It's very possible it could have been like a tight end seam kind of thing. Most of the time when Jackson Warren's going to be lined up, he won't be on the line of scrimmage. He'll be kind of out wide, like he is a wide receiver. So I wonder if it was some sort of seam or a post. Because Jackson Warren's more than capable of that. And you know what? There's actually another video from a practice a couple days ago. This one is on Twitter if you guys want to watch it. It's in our latest episode, I believe, of kind of like the practice film, the We Over Me documentaries. Jackson Warren had this crazy grab in the end zone against one of our starting corners. I believe it was CJ Blocker. I might be wrong on that. But he mossed one of the corners up in just a red zone fade route. So I believe we're going to do that a lot with Jackson, just utilize his height and kind of like go up like a basketball rebound.
He's a really big tight end, dude. He's tall. He's like, I think the average height for like a tight end in college football is like what, 6'5"?
6'5", yeah.
6'6", maybe.
6'8" is absurd.
6'8's ginormous, bro. We should get him on the basketball team. That's pretty insane.
And Jackson Warren would have been our starting tight end last year if he wouldn't have got hurt.
Yeah.
And he was very productive JUCO. Everyone was creating high expectations for Jackson going into last season. Just horrible injury just prior to the season starting. So I'm really excited for him to really get in the swing of things this year. And then let's shine some light on Rocky Beers. He was awesome in the spring. He's such a good dude. Like in the press conferences, he is so genuine.
Yeah.
And he's a hard worker. He's hard-nosed. He played at Air Force and FIU, but like to play in the Air Force system.
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh, he's tough as nails.
Oh, definitely, dude. Yeah, playing in the Air Force system is not very easy.
No.
Like all those guys are those guys. I feel like none of those guys even talk trash. They're so like
they're locked in.
They're so locked in. They just let their game talk for them. They don't need to talk trash.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm excited to see how Rocky plays, and I'm excited to see how Jay uses him. Because I'm curious because I didn't watch a lot of film on Rocky when he was at FIU. Can you shine a little bit more light on how he was like playing?
He had a game. I'd have to look this up on. I believe it's Indiana. He was playing Indiana week 1 of last year, and he had an injury early in the season that took him out most of the year for FIU.
Yeah.
But he had a game against Indiana where he had like 5 catches for 79 yards and a touchdown against Indiana's defense.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, Indiana's defense was like a top 5 in the country.
Yeah, statistically a top 5 defense in the country.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
So that sort of a game is what gets me excited for a guy like Rocky. And he showed that. He displayed that in the spring. I mean, he's an explosive tight end. He's strong. He's willing to block. Like I said, he's very hard-nosed. I think it's cool to have a tight end that could be that inline blocker. And then have a guy like Jackson Warren on the other side be that receiving threat. Yeah. And Rocky Beers is just as good a receiving threat as well.
Right.
It's definitely a crazy combo.
If you had to guess who was the better blocker, just better blocker, who do you think?
Rocky.
Rocky.
I think Jackson Warren's willing to block. He's big enough to do it. I think Rocky's like down in the dirt, really nasty player, nasty blocker.
Jackson kind of like, this is not to like toot my own horn wearing the Chiefs jersey, but I think Jackson kind of reminds me. He's built like Travis Kelce. Like he kind of plays like Travis, a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think that's gonna be. I'm curious, because I think Travis is like 6'5" or something, but he's 6'8".
He has the tools to be like a Trey McBride, Travis Kelce. It's about how much we throw him the ball, and I'm excited. Statistically, I don't think we see either Rocky or Jackson get like this 600, 700 yard season, but I do expect them to get the yards per catch and like have the really nice stats you expect out of a tight end
I think
like
their
that.
yards after contact is gonna. I think their
Right.
yards after contact are gonna be pretty crazy because they're both really big dudes.
Yep.
I don't know any linebackers who's gonna be able to solo tackle one of those guys like
Yeah, I agree.
easily. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, and yeah, like you said, the yards is gonna be interesting because I mean, I feel like in CSU's offense, we target the tight ends a lot.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm curious since we have like so many threats now. And
I think it'll be more balanced out.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be balanced out a lot more because, I mean, like, oh no, not with Holker. I think Don Holker was. I think we spread out the offense pretty well last season.
We would force the ball to Dallin, I think, a little bit, and it showed up on film.
Yeah.
There were games like the UNLV game, the Hawaii game, where I feel like Braden had this like tunnel vision on Dallin a little bit.
Yeah.
It's almost like in the same way as Torrey.
Yeah, it was the same way with Torrey.
Yeah.
That was what I was doing.
So to have like a more well-rounded room instead of just having this tunnel vision on two guys in particular will be really good for BFN. And we can talk about quarterbacks now because like obviously BFN's the guy. It's his team. He went to the Manning Passing Academy. But we're going to have an extra wrinkle this year. We talked a little bit week 1 or episode 1 about it. Taj Bullock is interesting because Taj Bullock, I expect us to play him quite a bit in that like wildcat kind of position.
Yeah.
But what's intriguing about him is he can pass the ball. So if you put him as that wildcat running quarterback, defenses will expect him to just be running the ball. And you could do some like little trick plays with him, some gadget plays, and defenses will get thrown off because he can do like a little quarterback rollout and then throw a dart down the field to like a Jackson Warren or Jordan Ross.
Yeah, I'm curious how Jay is going to implement this because we do run Wildcat occasionally, but it's not really like a big formation that we run.
Yeah, and we did it with Avery last year.
Yeah, I was gonna say we never really had a quarterback that could run and be very elusive. You know,
not in a while. No.
Yeah, no. Braden for himself, like Braden, like does the job when he has to scramble out of the pocket and take off. But we've never had someone that could like be super elusive and like have like that killer speed and possibly break off a huge run.
Taj Bullock had 8 rushing touchdowns last year at Akron, and he averaged something like 43 rushing yards a game, and that's including getting sacked a couple times, maybe some tackles in the backfield. I believe he had a game early in the season last year against Ohio State where Akron actually had him as their starting quarterback week 1. Taj Bullock, I believe he had about 180 passing yards on like 23 attempts, but he had 100 rushing yards. And that's against the Ohio State defense. He's a very explosive guy. I believe he had a 70-yard running play in that game. If we can see that sort of thing from Taj Bullock this year, it would be really cool. Because you could have Braden throwing for 300 yards and then have a guy like Taj come in and have 70 rushing yards.
With how many weapons we have on this offense, we should be a top offense in the Mountain West.
Oh, 100%.
We should be up there, especially in the country too. We our offense should be.
I'll be disappointed if we get anything less than 380 yards per game.
Yeah, I agree. We just have way too many weapons on our team. Like we have a running quarterback. We have one of the best running back rooms in the country.
Yeah.
We have our wide receiver room is also insanely good. Like I don't see why we cannot be averaging large amounts of yards per game.
Our offense this year reminds me, and we were watching it the other day, the 2017 CSU offense.
That's what I was going to say too. Yeah.
I think it reminds me of that offense because that year we had Gallup. Sure, we don't have a Michael Gallup on this year's team, but that team had Dietrich Clark, Olabisi Johnson, Dalen Dawkins, Izzy Matthews, Nick Stevens. You can't tell me Braden is really much different than Nick Stevens.
He really
that season.
isn't.
I don't
like how he plays, and I didn't watch.
He has better arm talent than Nick Stevens.
Oh yeah, definitely. He could throw the ball way farther than Nick Stevens can.
Yep.
But yeah, I like the way that Nick, from what I watched, the way that Nick played and the way that Braden plays, they play so similar.
Yeah.
Like they're pocket passers and they have the ability to scramble and go off for a run if they're open and they have.
Yeah, Braden's even more athletic than Nick is.
Yeah, definitely.
They definitely scramble in a similar way, but Braden definitely would beat Nick Stevens in a race.
Oh, definitely. Nick wasn't the fastest quarterback in the world, but
and that running back room is so similar. I mean, that year, Dalen Dawkins, Izzy Matthews, Marvin Kinsey, Rashad Body. This year we have something similar. We have Dupree, Marshall, Lloyd Avant, Keegan Hollis.
Like Dupree and Body are both
very similar players.
Both really big.
And Izzy Matthews in that conversation as well.
Right? Yep, definitely.
Yep, and then Justin Marshall's more that Dalen Dawkins.
Yeah.
So and Marvin Kinsey and Lloyd Avant are pretty similar players too. I'd actually compare Marshall and Kinsey a little bit more too. Like Kinsey, that wasn't his season. He was coming off of an injury. People saw more of Kinsey's flashes in 2016. 2019 Marvin Kinsey is what Justin Marshall is to me. And as long as Marshall avoids some of that off the field issues and injuries, I think that Marshall's in for a big year.
I agree.
And pretty much to finish this thing out for the offense breakdown, we could talk about the O-line a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly certain on our depth chart, and due to just like disclosure reasons, I can't go over the depth chart in particular, but the O-line, losing guys like Drew Moss and Gardner, it hurts. But I think we'll honestly be fine from a size and athleticism standpoint. I think that the tackles could be guys like Christian Martin and Aaron Karras. He's an preseason All Mountain West player. Aaron Karras will be huge for the offense. He'll take a step forward. Center's interesting. I think it could be Trevin Heil, but it also could be Philip Ocon. He's a big physical guy. He's a sophomore, I believe, this season. And then the guards, I think, will be fine. Like Tanner Morley, all-conference player. We talked about him in episode 1.
He's probably be our best player on our lineup.
Yeah, 100%. And he's a freak of nature.
Oh, he is, dude.
Yeah.
He's probably get drafted.
Tanner Morley's a future NFL player.
He's definitely going to be an NFL player. If he doesn't get drafted, he's definitely going to be undrafted. I don't see any team passing on Tanner Morley.
No. I think he's similar drafting-wise to a guy like Eric Pierce or like Tyson Braylo for past Rams. Then right guard's up in the air. I think right guard could be multiple different people. Very hard name to say. Aitor Uriana Bachea, I think is what his name is. Big physical freak at right guard. It could be a couple different people. So yeah, right guard's kind of that position I'm looking at where I'm not entirely sure. Left tackle's kind of that way too, but I like the upside of a guy like Christian Martin. Christian Martin was a freshman last year that played some snaps. He was kind of that like guy we would throw in there for like our big packages. Whenever we played Wildcat, we'd throw an extra 6th lineman in there. I think he'll start at left tackle, but I'm not entirely sure on that.
I really think that our offensive line really isn't going to change that much. I know losing someone like Drew Moss and Gardner and two of
I
best
agree.
players is definitely going to hurt a little bit. But I think that we have the talent because I'm not 100% sure on who we gotten transferred from or like recruited.
We did get a couple transfers. I expect them to be more rotational guys, but they're more than capable of starting.
Oh,
too,
definitely.
So.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, there's not a lot of film that I've seen on the linemen. It's kind of I feel like lineman is just a really hard thing to be.
Right.
There's
it's not something that everybody watches.
Yeah.
Like the lineman gurus will sit down and watch like the big nasties, but not something that I in particular do. I watch more of the receivers and running backs like
same.
most
I
other
watch
people.
The quarterback plays as well. Like, you're better with the defense than I am. I don't watch a lot of
right. Yeah, and I'm a defensive guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm excited for our offense this year. Let's see here. We got some notes here set up here. I think the next thing we can talk about. We went over most of this stuff already.
Yeah.
P.D. Tucker. I did accidentally put Peter Tucker. P.D. Tucker. Yeah, we talked about P.D. Tucker already. He's a guy that is intriguing. Yeah, so actually, we're a little bit quicker this episode, but we might take a little bit of time on this last segment here.
Yeah, we got quite a lot on this last segment, definitely.
Yeah, so let's string this out a little bit. Let's have fun with this. We're gonna talk about the best Mountain West players, pretty much from the 2010s to now era. A lot of notable names here. We can do this in a fun way. Let's actually each draft a top 10. And let's do this in like a fantasy draft format.
Okay. Do you want to just do just offense?
It could be any player that comes to mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sure. All right.
You want first pick? Or you want me to get first pick?
You can go first.
Yeah. There's so many names.
Yeah, there's probably someone on here that we
left
out.
You know what? I'm going to go with my first pick. I'm going to go Donnell Pumphrey. And the reason I'm going to say Donnell Pumphrey is the best Mountain West player of all time is he's statistically the all-time leading rusher in college football history. What he did at San Diego State was absolutely absurd.
Yeah, you might.
He had over 1,500 yards.
Enlighten me on a couple of these guys because this is.
Oh yeah,
I'm
definitely
not 100% sure on all these guys.
Yeah, so Donnell Pumphrey at San Diego State was kind of this crafty, elusive back. He played at SDSU from 2015. Might have been 2014, so 2014 to 2017, I believe. And he was a guy that would just get 1,500 yard season every single year at SDSU, and that's how he ended up with the most career rushing yards in college football history. I'm surprised he wasn't ever in that like AP first team All-American kind of thing, but
small conference bias, you know, we're never gonna get.
So yeah, I'm gonna go with Donnell Pumphrey for my first pick.
I like that. Was that during the time when like SDSU was constantly in like the Mountain West Championship?
Yes.
Their offense that year.
They were in. I believe they were in the Mountain West Championship 3 years
in a row.
I believe 14. No, 2 of those 4 years. I believe 2015. So 2016 and 2015, I believe they were.
Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha. Looking. I'm not. So the issue with a lot of these players is my knowledge is I don't remember how they played in the Mountain West.
Right. It's kind of like going off of their NFL stuff.
I'm kind of going off a lot of their NFL stuff, and you know a lot of the Rams fans are gonna hate me for taking this person first, but I think I'm gonna take Josh Allen first.
Josh Allen.
Yeah, Josh Allen.
I don't think you're wrong.
From the little highlights that I saw of Josh Allen at Wyoming, that dude is an absolute. That dude was a freak.
Yeah.
And you know, as a Chiefs fan, I hate the dude, but I gotta respect how talented the guy is. The dude is a future Hall of Famer in the NFL. Yep. And it's the dude at Wyoming. He was just a freak. Didn't he have like a 4,000 passing, like a 5,000 yard, or not a 5,000 yard, but like a 4,000
he got up there. Oh yeah. See, that's the thing in the Craig Bowl offense. I feel like he never eclipsed really that 4,000 number, but he would get a lot of rushing yards combined with his passing stats too. And he had numerous 300-yard passing games with like 80 rushing yards and a rushing touchdown. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, he had one game. I believe it was versus Northern Illinois his sophomore year in 2016. He had like 400 passing yards, 150 rushing yards, 2 rushing touchdowns, and the game went to like 4 overtimes. Mm-hmm. It was one of the craziest college football games I've ever watched.
Mm-hmm. And then we had the freaking, unfortunately, the CSU game. Right. Where we should have won that
2 of them, 2016 and 2017.
We should have won both of them, yeah.
No, 2017 we should have won. 2016 they boat raced us in Hughes Stadium. Not a memory I like to think about whatsoever.
Right. Yeah, just Josh Allen's just a freak, dude. He can do everything. The dude can run, he can throw an absolute bomb, and he just runs the offense. He's just so smart. He's a smart guy. Right. He's got insane football IQ.
All right, I think with my second pick, I'm gonna have to go with Ashton Genty. And I know it's some of it's recency bias, but because he was the Heisman contender and everything like that, I think what Genty did was pretty spectacular. I mean, I don't have to go over all of the stuff because all of you guys know already. Like, Genty is maybe the best running back in Mountain West history. Him and Pumphrey are pretty close.
I think he was like, 30 yards short of breaking Barry Sanders'
right.
all-time rushing record in college. Yep. And he should have broke it. That Penn State game really just it was just a really hard game for him. I mean, Penn State was just running 5 in the box the whole game.
Yeah.
He just couldn't do anything, and it's really hard to run when you have 5 guys going straight at you.
Yeah.
So, but no, I like that pick. That was who my second one's going to be.
Oh yeah, yeah, I stole yours.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah, I think the one memory from Ashton Genty I remember was the Holy Hoker game. People were like, "Oh yeah, he didn't really do that great."
No, he had 250 rushing yards. He had
like 250 rushing yards on our defense.
Yeah, on something like 28 carries.
Torching us, and you and me watched the Holy Hoker game back, and I mean, it was kind of funny when when right before the comeback started, he waved goodbye to all the fans.
Oh yeah, he did the.
And I'm like, yeah, this aged like milk, dog. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But all right, back to the segment. For my second pick. Trying to look through all these people.
There's some really good options.
Yeah. My second pick, I'm going to go Devontae Adams, I think. I think Devontae, I think having Josh Allen, Devontae Adams, just prime, dude.
I was thinking about going Devontae Adams on my next one. I think that's a great pick. That's the fourth best one.
You have to enlighten me a little bit more on Devontae Adams of Fresno State because that was definitely way.
He put up some crazy stats.
I heard him and Derek Carr were putting up some. He
had about, I believe it was a 1,400-yard season his senior year with Derek Carr. I believe it was 2013 or 2014.
Yeah.
Yeah, like crazy stuff.
Yeah, Devontae Adams, and we know how he is in the NFL now.
Yep.
Starting to get up there in age a little bit, but dude,
at one point he was the top receiver. Yeah,
he's still. I would probably say top 15, or maybe top 10. It's just injuries and like he played on the Raiders. I mean, the Raiders are just yeah. The Raiders are the Raiders. So I mean, Devontae is. I would honestly, I'm gonna say I think he's a top 10 wide receiver.
Oh yeah,
when he's healthy and he's 100%. The dude, no one's beating that dude, bro. And honestly, you can even make the argument that when he's like in his prime, he's a top 5.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, to piggyback off that, I think for my third pick, I'm gonna be a little bit of a homer, but I think that his stats back it up. I'm gonna go Rashard Higgins, and the reason I'm gonna go Rashard Higgins is he had arguably the best statistical season in Mountain West history and in CSU history. 1,700 receiving yards, 18 yards per catch. Didn't have quite the volume of receiving touchdowns.
Catch?
Yes.
Oh my god, I did not know
he led
that.
the country in 2014 or 2014.
18 yards per catch is crazy.
Yeah, and he was a Blitnikoff finalist with Amari Cooper. Had to have been Amari Cooper.
Yeah, I mean,
if Amari Cooper didn't exist, Rashard Higgins would have won the Blitnikoff that year.
Definitely.
Yeah, so who would you go with your third pick?
I think I gotta get a defensive guy here. I'm gonna go Shaq Barrett. Shaq Barrett, dude.
He's
like
Shaq.
the CSU like breeds some like absolutely insane football players.
Yep.
When we have guys that go to the NFL, we have some absolute studs, dude.
Yeah.
Like Rashard Higgins would have been an absolute stud. I think injuries just kind of ruined his.
And he had a couple good years on the Browns.
Yeah, he had a couple good years.
Formidable seasons, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, also it's the Browns.
Yeah, true.
No dissing to any Browns fans, but
Baker Mayfield loved throwing him the ball.
Yeah. Dude, Baker, yeah.
But like Shaq Barrett's plethora of stats in the NFL.
Oh,
I mean,
like
he almost broke the single season sack record.
Shaq Barrett was at one point the best player on the Bucs defense.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't know anyone else on the Bucs defense who was probably better than Shaq Barrett.
Yeah, that Super Bowl team for the Buccaneers.
Shaq Barrett was probably maybe even top 5.
Well, and he got either first team All Pro and second team All Pro that year. I mean, it's similar to like Joey Porter on how he was with the Steelers. That's how Shaq was on the Bucs, and he was great in his final season on the Broncos as well.
All right, who do you want to take with your?
Oh man, I gotta go
fourth or your third pick.
It's my fourth.
Okay.
So let's see here. Oh man, so many options.
I know there's probably more people that we left out on this list of people that you wrote down.
Definitely.
There's definitely a lot more people.
I think fourth. I'm gonna go Derek Carr. I'm gonna go Derek Carr fourth.
Or Jordan Love.
I think over Jordan Love. I think what Derek Carr at Fresno was more impressive than what Jordan Love did at Utah State.
Okay.
I think Jordan Love is definitely up there as well, but I think that similar to Devontae Adams, Derek Carr just went absolutely berserk with Fresno State. And those were some really fun Fresno State teams. And they couldn't beat Boise State in the Mountain West Championship, but they beat about everyone else. So.
Yeah. Well, Boise's always just been Boise, bro. Boise State's just a powerhouse, so it's very hard to beat Boise State because they always recruit well and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Derek Carr's a good pick. I like Derek Carr. I don't watch a lot. I'd never watched a lot of film.
Yeah.
I just know he was a beast at Fresno State.
And I was just a kid when I was watching Derek Carr and Devontae Adams too.
Exactly, because that's like
2012 to 2015. No, 2011 to 2014.
Yeah.
A while ago.
I was in like elementary school, dog.
We're youngins. Don't judge us.
Yeah, just a little bit. I bet you a lot of you fans that are watching right now probably are just like,
oh, there's so many more players. From
I know.
And
you're probably roasting us. Like, how do you forget this guy?
Right? Yeah.
Hey, but
those were some of the prime Mountain West seasons too.
Oh, 2010 was crazy. Honestly, I wish we were alive during the 90s during the WAC, bro. Some of those games look absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Bro. Like the CSU games, the late the mid 90s to the early 2000s, bro. Those games were absolutely insane. I feel like the WAC was definitely the WAC had to be a powerhouse conference back in the day, wasn't it? Like,
Back in the 80s and 90s for sure, so many players. But always, you got to remember from 2000 to 2009, that's still Mountain West guys. Mm-hmm. But because I was so young, I couldn't include a bunch of those players. Like I would have been talking out of my ass pretty much.
Oh yeah.
So I had to do 2010s to now, just so then we have more of an understanding on what we're actually talking about.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Because I'll be honest, my knowledge on a lot of these players, besides just the NFL, is just
and also, feel free due to recency bias. You can go 2020s guys. Yeah. Like a lot of the 2020s guys I don't even have on the list because I knew there were so many good players from the 2010s era.
Yeah, your knowledge with a lot of like the older like Mountain West players is like elite compared to mine. Yeah. So this is my fourth pick or my fifth pick? My fourth pick. All right. My fourth pick, I'm probably gonna go. Oh, man, there's so many people. I'm gonna go Michael Gallup. I think Michael Gallup is probably my second wide receiver. Man, my wide receiving core is kind of nasty. Yeah, you gotta be honest, dude. I got
my backfield.
Michael Gallup,
my running backs are like your receivers.
Yeah, I know. You're gonna be running the ball a lot, bro. You're gonna be looking like Boise State's offense last year, dude. Like, yeah, but I think Michael Gallup. Like I said, I didn't watch a lot of like CSU prior to me coming to CSU. Right. But from what I've watched with you and me, like the Alabama game in 2017, the dude's a freak.
Yeah.
This man was like cooking NFL, like high NFL draft pick corners.
The sheer athleticism with Gallup against the Mountain West corners, it was just nothing. You know, like it was night and day. I mean, Gallup was able to beat most corners on any route, and he could not run the route crisply. And he'd still get open, just be able to shed off of a press.
And we saw that a lot when we were watching the Alabama game back. We saw that a lot. He was like...
We rewatched the 2017 Alabama game.
There was some... Like, who was one of the corners he was, like, in the Alabama game?
I mean, he went against Anthony Averett, Levi Wallace, Minka Fitzpatrick. My gosh.
Like, dude. And he was... I think... How many yards did he have that game? Like, 90?
He had about 90. Yep.
Man, yeah, we played very well, honestly, for playing in Tuscaloosa against the number one ranked team that had literal future Hall of Famers on that team.
Little fun facts for you. We lost the game by 18. That was the second lowest margin of victory that Alabama had that entire regular season.
And at that point, from what I remember watching the game, we were the first team that season up to that point to score a rushing touchdown on Alabama. Their rushing defense. Because I remember watching, and I was kind of.
You were like, they had to have been top rushing defense in college football. Yeah, no, and I wasn't expecting us to.
And for some reason, we kept running the ball, and I was like, what are we doing?
Yeah. Bobo had some weird decision making on his play calling.
Yeah,
for sure.
Definitely. Honestly, it's crazy. I honestly watching that back, I did not expect us to do as well as we did.
Right.
Because I remember seeing the score, but I was like, okay, maybe some garbage time touchdowns. No, most of the time, it was good plays. It wasn't just 2 minutes left scoring 14 20 points or something.
And if you guys remember, I know you guys probably do, when it was 17-10, defense couldn't get a stop. They scored 24-10, but our offense drove the ball down the field to attempt to cut the lead down to 24-17. And, man, Nick Stevens threw that go route to Warren Jackson, pretty much it was deflected by Levi Wallace and picked off.
Yeah,
that was the game-changing play.
Yeah, it was just an unlucky play. It was a great play by Warren Jackson, by the way.
Yeah, to try and go up and high point the ball.
Yeah, because he just high pointed, he tipped it back, and I don't know who picked it. Was Warren Jackson the one that picked it up, or was he the one that deflected it?
Oh, no, so Warren Jackson was the receiver.
Oh.
Yeah, no, you're good.
My bad.
You're good.
Who was the one that tipped it?
Levi Wallace tipped
it. Yeah.
And I believe it was Ronnie Harrison that picked it off.
Yeah.
Multiple NFL players.
It was a great play, but that game was crazy. Honestly, I was very impressed on how we played, especially in the circumstances. You're playing against Jalen Hurts and Tua at the end of the game.
Yep.
And it's just, man, that Alabama team is crazy.
All right. I think my fifth pick, and I was going back and forth on this, I think I'm going to go with Andy Dalton. And I didn't put him on the list because I forgot about some of the TCU players.
I did. I forgot Andy Dalton played in the Mountain West.
Yep.
I forgot about that.
Andy Dalton leading TCU to the Rose Bowl. And if I could go back, I'd put him over Derek Carr, but it's too late now. I'll put Andy Dalton as my fifth.
Enlighten me a little bit on how. Enlighten me on Andy Dalton at TCU.
Yeah, I didn't get to really watch it growing up, but just looking back at some of the TCU highlights with Andy Dalton.
Yeah.
I mean, just crazy stuff. I mean, he wasn't like worlds ahead as like a quarterback at TCU. Of course, he got drafted high and played for the Bengals for years, but he wasn't a guy that's like better than Josh Allen. But he just, with how much he won at TCU, I just got to put him up there. And you know what? He can, obviously we know he could sling the rock, and how he was how he was early in his career with the Bengals. That's how he was at TCU.
Yeah, definitely. And even now, like, you know, he's getting older. He's like probably in his late 30s. He's probably like 37 or something like that.
Somewhere in there.
And even like last year there were glimpses, like even when he was with the Panthers like a couple years ago. You know, like he had good games. He could still throw the ball. Yeah, like, he's not a bad quarterback at all. It's, you know, it's just the age.
The Mountain West has been so blessed with quarterback play.
For I agree, dude.
A couple decades now.
Like, if you look at if we were able to look at a list of just all the Mountain West quarterbacks from 2005.
So many NFL guys.
So many, dude. And like you can honestly make another list off of that list of just like if those guys are top. Most of those guys are probably top quarterbacks.
Successful guys in the NFL, yeah.
All very successful. You know, the Andy Daltons, the Josh Allens, the Derek Carrs,
Jordan Love now.
Jordan Loves. Carson Strong. He was a great athlete.
You know what? I put Carson Strong on our list, and I think that you could make a case that he is a top 10 player in Mountain West history.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't have the winning, the Mountain West championships. He doesn't, but he does have all the stats. And
didn't he have a season where he threw for like 5K?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like 5,000.
Oh yeah.
Well, it was under when Norvell was.
It was when Norvell was there.
And Horton and.
He had back-to-back years.
They had another wide receiver.
Romeo Doubs.
Yep. That's who it was. Yeah, I saw they put Romeo Doubs on here too. Yeah, Romeo Doubs is a freak.
He's a freak. I don't know if he's a top 10 player in Mountain West history, but he definitely deserves to be in that top 30 players.
And he started. You can even with the Packers now, you can see that he's starting to break out. Last season he had a really good season. I don't know if he broke 1,000. He might have broke 1,000 because I don't know who their number one is. I think. Might be Dobbs. This might be their number one
for the Packers right now. Yeah, he is. He will be.
And then it goes because it used to be the guy from
Christian Watson.
Yeah,
and he's just had injury issues.
Yeah. But
I think I know who you should put with your fifth. I didn't put it in the list, but let's just say he was a tight end at CSU.
Oh yeah. Oh come on. Yeah. I'm surprised you didn't put him.
I know.
I
blanked it.
Yeah. Definitely going Trey McBride.
Yeah.
Trey McBride is. I didn't get to watch. So Trey graduated when because the COVID year we weren't able to watch because that was.
But he still had that John Mackey season. The very following
season.
Year.
That's the one season that I watched him, and that was his Mackey season. And it's so unfortunate he did not get as many touchdowns as he should have.
No, yeah, Dazio just did not give him the ball in the red zone.
Steve this close to Adazio.
Add that to the list of problems that Steve Adazio had before Collins.
Why are we not throwing the ball to Trey McBride? Like, look at it now, dude.
At least not in the red zone.
Even the Cardinals didn't really throw it to him, like in the red zone. It's weird. Trey McBride might just be cursed.
I'm starting to maybe
get thrown to the red zone. Or something.
I'm starting to think maybe Trey just isn't the greatest red zone target, but
I just don't think people freaking throw to him.
Yeah, it's very possible.
Like, I'm pretty sure Trey definitely was at some point was probably complaining about how he probably was.
Oh yeah, and I think he was verbal about it in a press conference last year. He's like, I'm getting like 9 targets a game, but I'm getting 1 red zone target a game.
Yeah.
Like something's not adding up.
Yeah, no, I think Trey McBride's a great pick here. To be fair, that's kind of my fault. I should have realized it because you did say the 2020s players.
Yeah.
But yeah, it wasn't.
I didn't start thinking about it until including the 2020s players.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no. Trey McBride now, like, dude, he's gonna be a top 3 tight end soon. He's already a top 10 tight end.
Yeah. And I think he will be the second best tight end in the NFL this year.
Trey McBride, as long as he stays healthy, he has the talent and the ability to become a future Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna be.
If he can do what he did last year for the Cardinals in like a 4 or 5 year stretch, 100%.
I agree.
He's a Hall of Famer.
Oh, 100%. It's. I think it all just depends on him getting the ball, and I think the Cardinals gave him the ball as much as they could.
Yeah.
I think it's all going to come down to just staying healthy because I don't know if I don't want to jinx this. I'm going to knock on wood here, but I don't remember him ever really being injured. Like, knock on wood, obviously.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
The dude's a stud, though. The dude's going to be a Hall of Famer at some point.
Yep.
I agree. I think he's going to be an absolute insane player.
Yeah. All right, number 6 pick. I'm gonna go Torrey Horton. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
There's multiple guys. I was thinking of guys like Rashad Penny. I was thinking about guys like even like Ryan Clady from Boise State, like some really big name guys. Khalil Shakur.
Big guys on here.
Oh yeah, and I think Torrey Horton. This is the right spot for him. Torrey Horton was 25 yards away from being the all-time Mountain West leading receiver.
Yep.
So I think we got to give him his flowers. I think
so too.
He's going to dominate for the Seahawks. I think that injuries slow him down just a little bit, but he would have blew the Mountain West record out of the park. He would have gone by at least 600 yards if he doesn't get hurt.
Definitely. Oh, he would. Was it the first season? No, yeah, it was that 5 and 7 seasons when he got, or no, it was last year when he blew out his.
He blew out his knee against San Jose State this last season.
And he came. You know what's crazy? Like that game, I was there for that. He came back and started playing again.
He had 2 catches on a torn ACL,
and that's insane to me. And no one knew. Everyone in the stands thought that he was okay. Everyone thought he just like tweaked his knee a little bit.
Torrey Horton is one of the toughest players I've ever witnessed.
I've never seen a football player get up and go to the locker room during halftime, get like taped up and stuff, then come back onto the field on a torn ACL and run routes. And get hit still. He had
a broken ankle for the Oregon State game last year. He had 180 receiving yards against Oregon State on a broken ankle.
Dude, he's got that mama mentality.
Yeah.
He's got like some Kobe Bryant in him, dude. Like that's insane to me.
And that's the kind of mentality you need to play in the NFL, especially at wide receiver.
Oh, definitely, dude.
There's so many prima donnas though, and Torrey's not one of them. I'm
very
proud.
He's very on his game, dude. He's not dramatic at all.
Right.
He's a very humble guy. He's all around he's a good guy. Like, you know, he's athletically just a freak, and he's a great personality and everything. He's
genuinely one of the nicest guys ever too.
Yeah, I know. I remember that year that everyone thought he was going to go to the draft. That first year.
Yep.
He came into the crowd and like started signing autographs.
Yeah, at the basketball game.
No. The football. I don't think you were there for it. One of the football games that I was there. After the game was over, people were staying over to like. I think it was the last game of 2 years ago.
Oh, it's possible I was in the other section, so not the student section.
Yeah.
With my dad.
He came around, gave everyone high fives, and then he hopped onto the student section and came in and started taking photos with everyone, signing autographs.
Cool.
Yeah, super nice guy. He's such a sweetheart.
Oh yeah.
Alrighty.
6th pick for you.
6th pick for me. Alrighty. Let's see. Man, the problem is like I said, a lot of these guys I have no idea. Oh, man. This is hard. I don't have a running back. I don't think. Yeah, I don't. I'm going to go... Oh, man. Y'all are going to call me...
And we don't have to build it like a roster, too.
Yeah,
you just go
I know. That's just
kind
of how... I'm going to go Penny. I'm going to go Rashad Penny. Yeah. You're gonna have to enlighten me because I have like zero ball knowledge on Rashad Penny. I know he played in the NFL.
He was a Seahawks.
He was a Seahawk. Yeah. Oh, he's still playing now. He's the backup for Kenneth Walker.
Yeah.
Or I don't know. Is he on the Seahawks still?
No, I think his time with the Seahawks might be over.
Yeah,
I think
they have
he might be close to retiring now too.
I think so too.
He just had a short run in the NFL.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, was he good at San Diego State though? He was the guy that he followed Donnell Pumphrey, and they played on the same team. But from 2017 to 2019 was when Rashad Penny was there, and pretty much did the same exact thing that Donnell Pumphrey did. Like Rashad Penny would get 1,500 rushing yards, 20 rushing touchdowns, and really was primarily their whole offense. Like SDSU for about a decade under Rocky Long just ran the hell out of the football, and Rashad Penny fit that build.
Yeah, from what I remember, Rashad Penny, he wasn't the biggest guy.
No.
He was like 5'8".
He's about
5'9".
About 5'10", 200.
Yeah, but he was quick.
Yeah,
dude.
he was quick for his size, and he was able to break tackles for being 200 pounds.
Alrighty, who do you want to go with your 7th?
I think my 7th pick. I am gonna go with the Wyoming Cowboy. Unfortunately, I think I'm gonna go with Logan Wilson. I think he's just the best linebacker in Mountain West history. And what a freak. Like, his knowledge of the game, there's a reason he's been the starting middle linebacker for the Bengals for years now. He just has a different gear, but also this knowledge of the game that is unprecedented.
Yeah.
Just watching him at Wyoming, he would be able to play in pass coverage. He was a hell of a tackler, and he would get numerous interceptions for a guy that was like a thumper. He was mean. And I just hated watching him play against CSU for 3 years.
There's multiple Cowboys on here that we all hated watching.
Yeah, for sure.
Watching against and playing CSU.
But yeah, Logan Wilson's at the top of my list for guys that I absolutely hate, but I respect the hell out of. Yeah.
Yeah, Josh Allen's the one that I
Yeah,
noticed that I kind of
definitely.
hate because he's just so damn good.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's how Logan Wilson is for me. I just so many accolades. Multiple All Mountain West seasons.
Yeah.
Who do you got?
For my 7th pick, I don't even know if we're gonna make it 10. We got 10 more minutes.
Yeah, we'll get as much as we can in here.
Yeah.
We could fly through it.
Yeah. So my 7th pick, man. Screw it. I'm going just like position wise.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm going. Like I said, don't know too much about Leighton Vander Esch at the Mountain West, but Leighton Vander Esch.
Oh, I mean, he was just at Boise State. He was the same as he is with the Cowboys.
Oh, you're totally. Oh, he did play at Boise State.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No. I do know a little bit about Leighton.
Yeah, he's an outside linebacker
Leighton
for them.
Vander Esch at Boise State was a freak. He was insanely good at Boise State.
Yep.
It just sucks because even with the Cowboys, the dude was. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if he got an All-Pro bid, but he might have.
Yep.
He had a couple years with
Yeah,
the
he was
Cowboys.
a 2-time All-Pro linebacker for the Cowboys.
I think he had a neck injury that ruined his career.
Yep.
And it's sad because the dude is so good.
Yep.
The dude can do everything. Dude can blitz. The dude can play back in coverage.
Yeah.
He can do everything. The dude was so good with the Cowboys.
Did injuries slow him down a little bit in the NFL?
Yeah, I think he had a neck. I don't know what it was. I think
That's right, he did have a neck
injury
injury.
or a back injury, something like that.
Which is ironic because he would wear like the old school linebacker
like
neck pads.
Yeah, he used to wear like the Lawrence Taylor.
Exactly.
Neck pad, yeah.
Yep.
We gotta bring those back, man. Those
Yeah,
are sick, bro.
that's straight style for football.
Like imagine like lining up on the other side and you see this guy with a neck pad.
Can we
You know
bring-
how scary that is?
Can we bring back the 80s and 90s massive shoulder pads and the neck pads? Like, why
like
not?
the Ray Lewis at Miami.
Why
shoulder
did it-
pads.
Two things. We should be able to wear big shoulder pads, and we should be able to wear any face mask we want because they banned that. You should be able to wear the scary face
I don't know.
masks.
The face mask one I understand a little bit because some of those face masks are not very like safe.
True.
I think that's part of the reason why they got rid of the big shoulder pads is because like I think it was just causing too many injuries.
Yeah.
And I mean, just watch like Ray Lewis highlights at Miami, bro. Like,
Yeah,
the
seriously.
the dude was killing people on the field.
Oh my gosh! And who was it? Julius Peppers that had the best face mask of all time.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And you know how petrified I'd be if I had to line up against like prime like Ray Lewis, Vander Esch, or just some hard hitting like player who had like some crazy pads or something, dude. You know how terrifying
Just
that is.
terrifying as all hell.
Absolutely terrifying. All right, who do you got with your 8th?
8th, I'm gonna go DeMarcus Lawrence. Similar reasons. He was that Boise State D end. Super long career in the NFL with the Cowboys. I just think he's in that same conversation with a Shaq Barrett, even like a Mo Kamara.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's just terrifying defensive ends that have played in the Mountain West, and DeMarcus Lawrence is one of them. Yeah, that's all I got for DeMarcus. I think that he belongs in the top 10, top 20, I guess, is where we're at. But yeah, that's my 8th pick.
Yeah, okay. So for my 8th pick, man, this is gonna be so out of position, but man, he is such a legend. Man, I gotta go Ryan Stonehouse.
Ryan Stoney,
Man,
Stoney.
You know, watching, and I was at CSU when Stonehouse was punting, and holy crap, man, there was not a lot going on offense.
Best punter in college football history, in my opinion.
When our offense was struggling like during the Adazio area, and there was moments where we were watching drives, and I'm just sitting here like, oh my god, dude,
Yeah.
this offense sucks. And the one thing that would make me happy, bro, watching Stoney absolutely nuke a ball like 80 yards is insane. Bro, his first year, he broke the NFL record.
Yeah.
For like, was it the longest average?
Yes,
punt kicks?
it was highest average
He was
yards
averaging like
per punt.
65
Yeah. He also he broke 2 stats. The other stat was I believe he broke the NFL record for hang time, average hang time, which is not something that a lot of people look at, but
yeah.
How high in the air he would punt was crazy.
Oh, insane, dude. He was absolutely insane. What was another thing? Man, I saw, dude, man, a lot of the games, everyone in the crowd would go absolutely nuts when that dude was booting, bro, because Holmes was like, holy crap.
Yeah.
I've never seen so many returners have to run backwards to get the ball.
Yeah.
Because they could.
And we saw that in college, too.
Mm-hmm. It sucks because, in the NFL, the dude is going to be a Hall of Famer. I think last season he just got screwed over because of injuries, because he had a bad.
Yeah.
I remember he got injured because he got ran into when he was punting against the Titans, which sucks. So hopefully that doesn't ruin his career. Cause,
I hope a team picks him up.
Is he not on the Titans anymore?
I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's surprising as hell.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping
the best punter. Dude has the best leg in the league.
I'm hoping the Broncos pick him up. I don't see any reason why they wouldn't, but there's so many NFL teams that need a guy like Stoney.
I agree. There's so many dudes that need better punters.
Am I 8th pick or 9th pick?
We're on your 9th, I think.
9th pick. Okay. I was kind of avoiding offensive linemen throughout this whole thing, but he could easily be up there. But since O linemen don't get really the recognition that the skill players do, I'm going to go Ryan Clady. He's just one of the best O linemen in history. He's definitely the best O lineman in Mountain West history. And yeah, what he did at Boise State was incredible. Just protected Kellen Moore's ass for years. We didn't include Kellen Moore because most of his career he was in the WAC. And Ryan Clady got to play 2 of his final seasons in the Mountain West. So I'm going to include Ryan Clady for my 9th.
I like that. I'm going to go with the recency bias. I'm going to go lineman, so I'm going to go Drew Moss. Drew Moss is a what?
I don't know, man.
Dang, bro.
No, I love Drew Moss.
For
I don't know. My thing with Drew Moss is that he's definitely one of the better CSU O linemen in history, but I don't think I would put him in the best Mountain West players in Mountain West. Best Mountain West players in history.
I think you got to think about it because he was an All-Pro he was an
All Conference.
All Conference. Was he not an All-American?
No.
We not have an All-American lineman
Nope.
on our team?
Nope.
Really?
Nope.
That's surprising. I was gonna say we had Gardner and Drew Moss were both literally.
I know he's not a guy that you watched a lot of, but I would actually put Tyson Braylo as a guy that played at CSU and played for the Falcons for multiple years. Was a 2nd-round pick. That's the guy for a CSU guy that I would put in the All Mountain West kind of start with that. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know much about Tyson Braylo.
Yeah, Tyson Braylo was a dog.
I'm gonna take your word for it. I'm gonna take your word for it. The dude had to be a dog.
Oh yeah.
It's hard with linemen though. Linemen are so hard to watch because it's not a skill position. Or,
right.
It's not like a top position that people are watching.
Yeah, no, you were saying that O lineman's not really players that you watch. Right.
Yeah, there's not a lot of film that the public can watch. You know what I mean?
You just kind of have to go off of accolades when you're ranking linemen for sure.
I agree. Alrighty.
Is this my 10th?
Yeah, let's do this one real quick because we got 3 minutes.
All right, yeah, let's fly through this. 10th, I think I am going to finally go with Jordan Love. I think that because of just the sheer arm talent, the athleticism. I know he didn't win a Mountain West championship, if I'm not mistaken, but I think that he's just the guy you fall back on because of his success with the Packers. I think there's more to come.
Yeah, that first year with the Packers didn't look so great, but I think
last year he looked fine. In my opinion,
Matt LaFleur was really helped him a lot.
Yeah, and learning under A-Rod for a few years, even if he did learn at all under A-Rod, not the greatest mentor in the world, but
definitely not. Yeah. For my last pick, I think I'm gonna go. I think Khalil Shakir is going to be my
Shakir.
last.
It's a good pick.
I think the one game, the freaking Boise State game against Colorado State, that game I watched when they, I forgot who their quarterback was. That game that we.
Brett Rippon,
yeah. That game, Khalil Shakir.
Oh, no. So Cedric Wilson was the receiver with Brett Rippon. Who was the Broncos quarter? Who was Boise's quarterback with Shakir?
I don't know.
Oh, man. We shouldn't be blanking on this.
But Shakir in the NFL he's so good, dude. Yeah. With the Bills and everything, he's a stud.
Yeah.
He's going to be a future Pro Bowler if he's not already one right now.
Yeah.
But, alrighty.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys.
We'll probably be We don't know. We're gonna try to get our live stream set up on YouTube next week.
Yep.
Don't know why YouTube wouldn't let us live stream today. But thank you to all of y'all. I think we got up to 170 active viewers today.
Yeah, make sure to like and subscribe.
Yeah, make sure y'all give us a nice little subscribe on our YouTube account. I would really appreciate it.
And we're closing in on the start of the season, so we're gonna do breakdowns, pretty much like pregame breakdowns. Talk about Washington a little bit. Talk about CSU. And what to expect week to week, and then we'll also be doing post-game shows when the season starts.
So we'll be doing two podcasts a week once the football season starts.
Yeah, so thanks, guys. Have a good one.
Thank you so much, guys. Have a good one.